What is up, my imaginary fans? Nico Daddy here. So we're gonna do a full review of the Mortal Kombat 11 game. I've already done a review of the tutorial, but this will be of the whole game. And then kind of go over the good, then I'll go over the bad, and then I'll give you my overall view of it. So we'll start out with this. I think it's one of the best games I've ever played. Out of Mortal Kombat games, I've played Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, and then X. I haven't played any others, and then this one. And X was an amazing game, and this one's even better. I like the fighting style with this one better than X, because X is super quick and super fast, and this one is quite a bit different. And I like the way it's a little bit slower, and it's a little bit more strategy-wise. So I kind of digging it a little more than Mortal Kombat X. So let's get into the game. The story's great. I know it's a time travel story, so people poo on that, but I thought it was a cool story and it was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable to play. Towers of Time, so let's get into Towers of Time. Towers of Time, for most part, are pretty fun. The individual towers you do are pretty easy for the most part. If you want to learn a character, my best suggestion is to do the character towers, because you get to play them so much that you'll get to learn that character very well. That's why I've been playing Shang Tsung so much lately. It's because I've been doing his character towers. And there's 5 stages for the character towers. Now the Gauntlet's probably the most worthless thing in the game. It really is probably the worst thing. Now you get a lot of rewards for it, a lot of skins and other things, but as a matter of speaking, it's not fun at all. It's kind of like the Scrubs guy in Remember the Titans. Zero fun, sir. This is definitely zero fun, because a lot of stages are almost impossible to do, or you just sit there and block and use your consumables the whole time, which isn't fun. Some of the stages, like the freezing stages, Sub-Zero stages, where you're just constantly frozen, you can't even play those, so you just use your consumables. And then a couple of stages, a couple of the fights are pitch black. I don't know who thought it would be fun to play a game completely in the dark, but it's not fun and not enjoyable at all. But if you finish it, you do get the Fire God Liu Kang skin. So if you want to do that, I finished it, as you can see by the check mark, just so I could finish it and I can do videos on it, and so I can get the Fire God Liu Kang skin. What else to talk about? Classic towers are just your basic classic towers. They don't have the test your might, which is kind of disappointing. Everything else is the same. I haven't done all of them. Haven't done Warrior. Haven't done Champion. I did end this to 25 wins, so that's okay. And I've done Survivor. But they're the normal Mortal Kombat, so it's good. For all of them, you have to fight Kronika. I don't think she's a very good boss, because you don't get to really play as your character. You're basically cheesing the whole time. Jumps and uppercuts are best things to beat her, so it's not too fun to play her. The character endings, I didn't think that they were that good. But teach his own. You might like them. The crypt. Overall, the crypt is great the first time you go through it. I've been through pretty much everything in the crypt. I haven't got all the severed heads yet. I only got like a few left, like Devore and the Collector, because even Mortal Kombat doesn't put those guys in your towers, so you can never kill them with your fatalities. But as you go through it, it's pretty cool. It's huge, which makes the second time you go through it a pain, which is what I don't like. You can see I got a lot of them. Don't have all of them on this side. Most of them on this side. But I will say, the first time you go, it's really cool. The puzzles are fun, and the new stuff you open up all the time is pretty fun as well. Other than that, when you replenish the boxes, it's terrible because you have to go throughout the whole crypt again to find the actual boxes that were replenished. And not all of them give you much. Some of them just give you the consumables or forage items, which if you completed the gauntlet, they don't really mean anything. Now, let's see what else. Local tournament. Online. Online's... Most people play Mortal Kombat for the online. It is a lot of fun. Although I get kind of anxious playing it. Kind of nervous. Heartbeat starts pounding a lot. So it is... Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's like I don't really want to play that today because you don't want to feel anxious or whatever. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot different than an AI because I'm a pretty aggressive, so online you're most of the time blocking and then countering after you block, or punishing when they whiff punish you, or you're whiff punishing them. So it's a lot of fun. I played a little bit online, not too much, maybe 100 games. Now, character skins. Majority of character skins are great. I really like them. A lot of them are repetitive, basically the same thing, just a few slight different colors, which is kind of dumb. The Shang Tsung skins are, I don't think, very good. They have the classic ones from the Mortal Kombat movie, which are great, but other than that, they're not that great. The ones that is the worst is Cassie. Cassie by far has the worst skins. I hope they get new skins for her because hers are just the space skins. I'll show you what I mean. I'll go show you what Cassie is. So I just have this pink one because pink looks good on all the girls. But most of them are these space ones. I don't... Oh yeah, the full body suit combat armor, which they're okay. Then you have her with the short hair, which I don't really like the short hair on her. I haven't unlocked all of these yet. See, these ones. This one. This is the ugliest thing ever, and I don't know why they gave it to her. It's literally a spacesuit. She's not going in space. I don't understand what they're doing. This color is kind of cool on her, but it's still a spacesuit, so I don't get it. And they have little like ties on her breasts, which I don't know if those are supposed to be her nipples or what. So I don't get those either. And these ones, this one, just wearing kind of like a turtleneck thing. I don't get these suits either. See, this one's kind of cool, but it's still the spacesuit. You can have really cool ones if it's not the spacesuit. I don't understand what they did to her. I did the red and pink for all the characters, so that's all of them. Hers are terrible. I really wish they did her better, because it's really annoying. But, whatever. Hopefully they do some new skins for her. Now the learn one, I already did a review of the tutorial. The tutorial is really good and really informative for this. About up to here. Everything up to here is really good until you get to flawless blocks, which you'll see in my tutorial review is the worst thing ever. It's such a pain. I couldn't do a video on that because it took like 5 hours to complete it. The character lessons are okay. They just give you a basic overview. They do give you a skin for each character lesson you can complete. And if you complete the whole tutorial, you do get Shang Tsung's voice, which is pretty cool, so that's what I use from all my announcing. So overall, this is the best, in my opinion, by far the best, even though I haven't played them all, by far the best Mortal Kombat game. I think it's a lot better than Mortal Kombat X. I think it's one of the best games I've ever played. There are some downsides to it, but not enough to ruin the game. And I won't do like a rating system on it, but I'll do it based on, is it worth it? For $60, it's 100% worth it. It's even worth the $100 if you buy the early release combat pack that gives you all the DLC characters, give you 1 week play for each DLC character before they actually release. Even that's worth it. So I think that's the best thing you can say about a game, is that it's worth it on the release and worth the price to play it. Because I've sunk an insane amount of hours into this game, and even not even playing other games because of it. Which, side note on that, I will be playing a lot more other games instead of doing Mortal Kombat videos, because I've been neglecting all the other games I want to play. So you'll be seeing a lot more videos of other games that you haven't seen. I will still do a few Mortal Kombat videos, especially when the new DLC characters come out. I'll do all the fatalities, fatal blows. I'll give you a rundown on how the character plays. I'll do the character towers and all that good stuff, so you can see how those characters play. And just side note, there's one thing they added to this one that they didn't have in Mortal Kombat X, and that is the mercies. I don't do mercies because I'm on the side of Cobra Kai when it comes to mercies. How's that go? Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. But for Mortal Kombat, it's no mercy, just death. So remember that as you play Mortal Kombat. Don't give people mercies, just kill them. It's funnier that way, especially if you win with Shao Kahn. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, my imaginary fans. We'll see you next time, playing different games and maybe a couple of Mortal Kombat videos as well. We'll see you next time. Sayonara. Bye-bye.